Jetty East right now, and this is the pagoda or pavilion, I don't know what they call it. And the reason I'm familiar with this facility is that when I was chairman, I don't know, 4 years ago of the county commission, I had the privilege of coming down and participating in the ribbon cutting of our brand new beach renourishment. And I remember clearly that day, that little podium and a microphone, and behind us, if we were in the pavilion, was this mountain of sand, this newly placed mountain of sand, this large berm that was, I don't know, 8, 10, 12 feet high, and you literally could not see the beach while you were standing on this deck right here, looking in this direction. You just saw the backside of a brand new man-made sand dune. And as we can clearly see today, that sand dune is no longer here. And once again, the water is lapping at this facility. And so you can see the corridor that's now left for public beach is very, very limited at this point. And likely now we have beach that come July will be inadequate to receive the number of visitors that want to be here. And so we're working towards a beach renourishment project. There is some debate and discussion and negotiation about where all the sand will go. I think it's pretty clear at this point that when we take some of that sand out of the East Pass to make room for our boats, some of it is going to go to the west so that it can migrate towards Okaloosa Island, and some of it is going to come to this section of beach to restore and reestablish. You know, the problem that we have is this is becoming a reoccurring cycle. We go, the sand washes away, we bring it, we put it back, it washes away again, we bring it and put it back, and I'm sure some of you will know out there at some point you start to tinge towards meeting the definition of insanity as we go through the cycle. Now the problem is that we took a very dynamic system. This thing moves historically, geologically. Your beach line doesn't stay in the same place. If you go back 10,000 years ago, it was like 30 miles out that way. And so at various times in history, just because of climate cycles and so forth, the location of beach changes. Well, 50 years ago, we kind of disregarded that and said, we'll just build a bunch of condos because this is where the beach is today. And I don't think there was any real consideration of the fact that we were building on a dynamic system. And so now we have to find a way to preserve those property rights, to preserve those values, to preserve our county. And so we have to find a way to attempt to stabilize as best we can, realizing that we are working with Mother Nature, some static location in this very dynamic system. And so we are awaiting the report, which should have in the next couple of weeks, from coastal engineering experts as to what a couple of options are, to where we could, between the jetties and working back towards the east, try and stabilize this beach so that we're at least having to renourish it less frequently.